Hello everyone and welcome back to Cooking with Suzanne. Today we're going to make a salad. We're going to use some beautiful small ripe pears, some caramelized walnuts, and we're going to start by making a delicious vinaigrette. So the first thing you want to do is be sure to take a wet cloth and place it on your board and place your bowl on top of the wet cloth. This way here it'll stay in place when you start to whisk your vinaigrette. So we'll start with the vinegars. Now you can use whatever vinegars you happen to like. You can use a red wine vinegar, a sherry vinegar, a white balsamic. I have a beautiful, delicious balsamic vinegar, and we're going to use half balsamic and then a little bit of red wine vinegar as well. So let's start with a couple of tablespoons of this balsamic vinegar. And a little bit of sherry vinegar and balsamic vinegar. And it's really nice to put your salt in now and let it rest for a few minutes to let the salt dissolve. Let's do about a half a teaspoon of kosher salt, and we will put that in. And you do need something to emulsify your vinaigrette and also give wonderful flavor. So this is a delicious French mustard. It's a seeded mustard, which I really like. So we're going to put 2 teaspoons and just let that sit for a few minutes before we go ahead and add our olive oil. Other than a little bit of black pepper, that is all you need for this dressing. So I'll put a little bit of black pepper, and we will let that rest. In the meantime, we can get the rest of our ingredients together. So we're going to have fruit, we're going to have cheese, and we're going to have nuts. So it makes for a very well-rounded salad. We'll use these pears, and also I've already caramelized some walnuts. You don't have to caramelize walnuts, you can just toast them. But be sure to toast them because then you get some wonderful flavor. 350 degrees for about 8 minutes. I love blue cheese with pears. You can use a French Roquefort, you can use an Italian Gorgonzola, you can use an English Stilton. There are so many delicious blue cheeses out there. So pick your favorite, and today I'm going to use a Roquefort. So let me grab the cheese. Here is the Roquefort, and you can either cut it in about 1-inch cubes, or you can crumble it into your salad. I think we're going to cut it and make some nice cubes with it. So let's just grab a piece right here. This is plenty. So just about nice 1-inch cubes. There's 2, and we can use this one. Then I get to have a little taste. I find Roquefort to be a nice creamy blue cheese and very flavorful. That is wonderful. Okay, our next step is to cut our pear. And this is nice and ripe, so it's juicy. I can see all the juice in the pear. It looks terrific. And you just want to cut it in half and be sure to remove the seed in the center. And then just go ahead and you can slice it as thin or as thick as you like. There we go. You can use a Bosc pear, you can use a Bartlett pear. They're all in season right now. So here we have our sliced pears. We have our blue cheese. Our vinaigrette is almost done, and we just need some walnuts. These look great. So let's take a few nice walnut halves, and then we can even put some walnut pieces onto our salad. I also have some chives. So here we have some chives, and I think we'll chop up some for the salad, which I think will be very good. Okay. And then whatever greens you like. Our salad is ready, and it is a perfect salad to make during the fall season. It would be a beautiful salad to make for Thanksgiving. Very flavorful and delicious. Here are the greens. So let's just put some in our bowl. Now these look nice. Very nice. Okay. I do like to season the greens with a little bit of kosher salt, black pepper, and now let's complete our dressing. So we have a quarter of a cup, we have 4 tablespoons. So the rule of thumb is usually 1 part vinegar to 3 parts oil. So I will grab my extra virgin olive oil. We'll start with 1/2 cup and whisk that in and see how it tastes. Okay. And you just want to slowly whisk in your oil into the vinegar. Okay, there's our 1/2 cup. Let's see how that is. We can still go with another 1/4 of a cup if we feel we need it, but it's really based upon the acidity that's in our vinegars. So let's taste this first. A good way to taste your vinaigrette is just with a little piece of salad green. It's a nice way to taste it. I think there's enough oil here. I can definitely taste the oil, so I'm definitely not going to put any more oil. I think it might need just a touch more of the balsamic. So I'm just going to drizzle in just a touch more of balsamic vinegar. See how that is, the vinaigrette. So let's taste that now. See how that is. It's very nice. Okay, we are ready to plate. And the first thing you want to do is dress your greens. And I like to take the vinaigrette and don't pour it right over your greens so it gets saturated. You want to go around the edge of the bowl, and then you can bring it all together. And you want to see your greens nice and glistened, but you don't want it to be too saturated. So here's a plate. And just take your hands and just rotate your greens into your dressing. And when you see all of the leaves are nice and glistening, you know you have enough dressing. And of course you can taste it. This looks really good. It's great. Okay, if you want to get a nice mound in the center of your plate, just rotate the greens in your hand. And then take your left hand, or if you're right-handed, just the opposite, to help guide the leaves so that they're nice in the center. There we go. And now what you want to do is take your cheese, 3 pieces, around your plate. And you can either fan your pears, which is sometimes can be a little tricky to put and lean up against your salad greens, like so. Or you can just lie them down on your plate. Or you can even dice the pear and put it directly into the salad greens. Lots of different ways. And one more. So it's basically a half of a small pear per salad. There we go. And then just take a walnut and put it right on top of your blue cheese. Okay, like so. And take a little bit of dressing, just a little bit, and just kind of go around the edge of your plate. And then you can sprinkle in some fresh chives onto your vinaigrette. Okay, and our salad is complete. Do we have a visitor in the house that would like to talk about some wine that might be good with this salad?
Well, you picked the most difficult dish to pair.
I did.
You get it? To pair?
To pair, very
Yeah,
good.
pretty good right there.
Would you like to taste the pear?
Yeah.
That might help.
Well,
Oh wow, is that good? Wow.
it's a good pear.
Mm-hmm.
The pear's pretty mild, right? So when you're pairing, boy, I really have to get down here. When you're pairing, no pun intended, you really want to pick out the, in most cases, the boldest ingredient that is going to come into your mouth that the wine needs to integrate with, right? So in this case, blue cheese, obviously, a very strong flavor, as well as the dressing. So you know, when you get something like that, it really is a little bit tough. Not everything goes with blue cheese from a wine perspective. You could do red wine. You know, that seems to do well with blue cheese. But when in doubt, and probably the most versatile wine, I believe, from a pairing standpoint, is champagne, sparkling wine. It just got as an ability to, and you know, many times champagne itself is from different grapes, right? Not always one grape. So there's a little bit of complexity there. And certainly we have a lot of different flavors here. So champagne will go with the salad, it will go with dessert, it'll go with the meal in between. But I think champagne.
I just remembered I had some marigolds out in the
Oh,
garden.
you do?
So,
Yeah.
And marigolds has a nice little peppery taste,
Right.
which would go good with the salad.
So
we'll
now
put it
we've
on
got to
top.
pair it with the marigold.
Right.
So very complex dish to pair. Choose a champagne. Champagne is wonderful by itself, wonderful with this, and you will enjoy it as we are going to do now.
Let's take a look. Here you go. You can see how the pears are standing up behind the blue cheese and the caramelized walnuts. It's a lovely looking salad and quite delicious. Okay, this is nice for the fall. This was a salad that we used to serve at the restaurant in the fall. Tracy Shaw, I am sure if you're out there watching this video, you remember making this salad many, many times. And it was definitely a favorite of our customers. Okay, thanks very much. See you again soon. Bye
Ciao.
now.